Today, we're diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as TIFU tipping 140% to a pizza delivery driver. This post received 86,532 upvotes. Posted by 32head. The post reads as follows. My buddy and I ordered a pizza last night. Unaware that I already paid with my debit card, I walked to my door with $30 and gave him a 20% tip on top of that which had been paid online. The driver was about in his mid-30s, barely spoke English and he was driving a beat-up car. He said, "Thank you," very enthusiastically, which made me realize in about 2 seconds that I just gave him double the money for the order, which he would obviously receive as a tip. I was about to admit my mistake and ask for the money back, before I saw his reaction while he was walking to his car. He had a smile from ear to ear like he found the cure for COVID or struck gold or something. He even did this little mini jump before he hopped into his car. I'm not exactly Bill Gates. I still have debts to pay, but I'm glad I fucked up to help someone who needed the money more than I did. Anyways, I felt pretty dumb after, but the joy I saw in that man made my week. Not a very interesting story, but it was pretty cool for me, as my dad moved to Canada from across the world with only a bike and a few $100. TLDR paid double for a pizza by being drunk. No regrets. Okay, little to no regrets. A comment from user Witwitwit says, as a former pizza delivery driver, I remember every one of you guys who tipped way beyond your means due to alcohol. I carry the stories and my gratitude is immeasurable. This comment received 13,085 upvotes. A comment from user Sagesmelly says, my best night ever delivering pizzas. I ended up with $250 in tips, mostly because of a large order of like 20 pizzas. I believe the order was around $75 and already prepaid on a credit card. Get to the door and it's a college-age party and this dude is having a great night. Gave him the receipt and then he signed it and gave me back that plus $90 in cash. I was like, oh damn. Are you sure, dude? He was like, yeah, that's for you, man. It would have been a good tip regardless, but I'm not sure if he ever realized how good. This comment received 9135 upvotes. A comment from user Lil_strength says, my mom once drunkenly ordered beer to be delivered by a taxi. When said beer arrived, my mom handed my youngest brother, 11 at the time, her cashroll, which was her entire paycheck, and of course he answers the door and gives the driver the wad of cash in turn, receiving the beer. He drives off and my brother bring the beer to my mom. She asks for the change. And well, you can imagine the shitshow that happened afterwards. This comment received 11,520 upvotes. A comment from user Jamonste says, since COVID my wife and I have been regularly tipping 50% or more. The service industry was hit hard and their service has helped keep us safe. This comment received 1507 upvotes. A comment from user Matthias128 says, TIHO. Today I helped out. This comment received 883 upvotes. A comment from user Calligirl2513 says, I've found that putting out good karma usually finds its way back, smiley face. This comment received 6106 upvotes. A reply from the original author 32head says, I'm not very religious, but I believe if you do good, 99% of the time good will come to you. Just the way the world works. This reply received 3148 upvotes. A comment from user CA Elite says, as an ex-delivery driver, he'll probably remember this for years. I still remember getting £30, over 3x my hourly rate at the time, from a guy at Christmas delivering groceries. And that was 4 years ago. Stuff like that can really make your week, even month in a job where you seldom get much thanks. This comment received 137 upvotes. A comment from user ShitboxFesti says, being a pizza guy myself, believe me, the way people tip nowadays, you probably made his entire week. Guarantee that meant more to him than the smile even showed. Good on you, man. This comment received 929 upvotes. A reply from user Hushpuppy3 says, quick question. What kind of tip would you consider worth it? I worked with a guy whose second job was a pizza delivery guy and he said $5 and above he felt good about the tip. Unless it was like an order of like 7 pizzas edit. Seems the general consensus is $5 is, alright. As long as it's a regular nearby delivery. Which is about what I heard from my coworker. This reply received 248 upvotes. A reply from the original author 32 head says, I think 20% is the universal amount of a good tip. This reply received 10 upvotes. A comment from user Simon Kitty Fat Fat says, worked as a waitress, had an old man sitting alone at a table during a completely dead lunch shift. His bill came to around $50, he paid by card. He walked out and I went to close out his check and found out he had tipped in cash, a $50 bill. As a struggling college student at the time, it brought me to tears. I rushed out to the parking lot to thank him for his generosity. He said, I put a what in there? I thought that was a $5 bill. He pulled out his wallet and grabbed a $5 and asked me to exchange it for the mistaken $50. I obliged his request. I'll never forget that terrible feeling. You did a good thing by letting him keep the extra dollar. This comment received 218 upvotes. A comment from user Lot Rugoing to the mall says, I'm overcaffeinated but I think that's $36. Pick a charity and I'll donate to it. Edit. I won't say it. I won't say it lol. If you're not comfortable with donating money then do something for someone this week. Help someone, reach out to someone. Feels good man. 2ND edit. Having trouble keeping up with my messages but Reddit is a great place today. Instead of me making more charity suggestions check out https://www.charitynavigator.org/ it rates the impact of thousands of charities and even offers suggestions. It will take me time to go through all of your messages but I promise I will respond. And you, 32 head, I apologize if it seems like I'm jacking your post. Hope it was some bangin' pizza. This comment received 1787 upvotes. A reply from the original author 32 head says, sorry about the misunderstanding lol. Trust issues kicking in. This reply received 72 upvotes. A reply from the original author 32 head says, I'm 22 and have university debt. Not sure about you but that's not pocket money to me as of yet. This reply received 422 upvotes. A comment from user HBug96 says, I don't think you'll see many, daddy's money, kids delivering pizza. This comment received 168 upvotes. A comment from user LLPF2 says, you chose wisely. This comment received 120 upvotes. A reply from user Nodgers132 says, TIDFU, not a fuck up, just kindness. This reply received 60 upvotes. A reply from the original author 32 head says, well it started out as a fuck up because I paid for 2 pizzas and only got 1, but I got saved at the very end. To be honest I was hesitant to post on TIFU, but I guess it worked out. This reply received 46 upvotes. A comment from user TW1080 says, okay but my husband and I try to do this a few times prior to the holidays. Order a cheap pizza and tip the driver way more than reasonable. It's nice to know you maybe just made someone's day. That said, 25% with a $5 minimum is my rule on pizza delivery tips. I live in a pretty spread out area, and the store is maybe a mile from my house. This comment received 67 upvotes. A comment from user saucy_awesome says, I'm a pizza delivery driver. I regularly have days where I get stiffed on tips for almost 50% of my deliveries. I also have great days where people are very generous, taking excellent care of us when we're out here risking car accidents and COVID. To bring you food is always appreciated. This comment received 60 upvotes.